Lights out and let's go racing, folks, and it's a very even start from the entire field.
There's a freight train forming behind him right now. He will be as nervous as a cat in a room full of rocking chairs. I can give you the hot tip. Sideways as a bishop on a chessboard. That was incredible car control.
Going for a bit of an ambitious dive now, and oh, there's contact! Here they come now, around the final turn on the final lap. They're side by side.
Oh, there's contact now. Someone is going to be hitting the showers early tonight, I'll tell you what.
Crosses the line for P1. Brilliant racing, absolutely sensational stuff.
This is heart-pounding. This is nerves-rising. This is sensational TV.
Oh, yes, indeedy, you clay kickers, cushion climbers, and connoisseurs of controlled chaos. Knock the mud off the boots and brace for impact, because this is round 6 of the Dick Slaps and Tallywhacks Racing League Dirt Oval Series, or the Winter Series as it's called. Welcome to Sensational TV. I'm your host tonight, Chris Munro, in the box. Not with Zach O'Reilly. I still keep forgetting to update that graphic. But I'm here flying solo in the commentary gondola tonight, armed with a microphone, a sense of occasion, and a healthy respect for centrifugal force. First on the menu tonight, it's the UMP Modifieds here at Cedar Lake. Excuse me. It's a big, bold and beautiful dirt track where the corners come at you sideways and the cushion decides your fate without consultation. Then later on, we roll down south to Limaland for the Crate Lates, and a joint so tight and twitchy it turned patience into a rumour and throttle control into an art form. This is dirt racing, ladies and gentlemen, in its natural state, loud, loose, and wonderfully unrefined. Expect sliders launched on optimism, lap traffic appearing like jump scares, and replays that require a second opinion. So lean left, stand on it, trust the right rear, because when the dust finally settles, it's going to be fast, frantic, and magnificently sideways. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight they're just kicking off the qualifying session here at the moment, so we can have a quick look at the standings and how they are after round 5. Braden Watson has his lead taken just slightly out here with Tyler Worley only 10 points behind. Then a bit of a gap down to Dalton Lane, Blake Daniels in the 1300s as well. Then we've got Robert Rainey and Chase Reinerson separated by a fanny hair there. Trent Dalton behind them by about 40-odd points. Then a big gap down to, another 50-odd points down to Regan Gum, Lucas Hines, Keen, Mars, Bland, Bell, Nicholas, Wagner, Rainey, Bennett, Dustin Moore, Boom Boom Brown, and Tyler Nicely down at the bottom of the field there. That is qualifying done and dusted, ladies and gentlemen, and we are straight into the heats. Here we go, folks. It's fast and wonderful. This is the first one. First heat race. We've got Wagner and Dalton Lane off the front. Worley and Watson. Oh, here they go. The championship Leviathans come together in the first heat. Then Daniels and Bennett as well line up off the third row. Ready to go racing, folks. And I tell you what, because we're in for some action here. Cedar Lake looks like an absolute ripper of a circuit. Not a lot of room out there. But at least you get a little bit of reprieve in between the turns, because we've seen some tight circuits on this track as well. Welcome to everyone watching along at home. We got Facebook on, we've got YouTube and Twitch as well. People tuning in from all of those platforms as well. Look at that, Dalton keen to get going there in the 18 car. He's on the outside. The timing tower jumbling things up. I thought I'd fix that, ladies and gentlemen. Wagner's off the inside on the 3. See who gets the jump there. Dalton Lane's been pretty speedy in this series so far. We're going to get our first taste of Cedar Lake here in the UMPs tonight. It'll be 10 laps to go once we get the green light. Just waiting on the pace truck to decide he's had enough. Pull it off the circuit. Let's get a wider view, ladies and gentlemen, so we can see the entire field. Once we get going, the anticipation is climbing and the pace car is doing its thing. Here it comes in now. We're ready for a start. It's green now, and Wagner's actually got off to a good start. Dalton Lane just shuffling back there. We'll have the momentum riding the high line, and now they go 3 wide there at the front. And look at Watson just trying to chime in up there. But the man at the front is Tyler Worley, has got the jump here, but his nemesis in the 93 is right there on his tail as well as they both take the low line. Contact there between the two of them. Nothing too nefarious as they both keep it straight, but it looks like Watson's in a hurry here tonight. Don't you worry about that. Sliding right up beside Worley here for the lead. 9 laps to go here at Cedar Lake. It's all happening here in the opening stanza. Here's Blake Daniels getting chimed in as well into P3. He's got a little bit of a look at these 2 guys in front of him here at the moment. Worley just deciding to keep it as tight as possible here in the opening parts of this race, right up against the inside line. It looks like Watson's had a bit of a moment there, going right up to the high line. I'm not too sure if he meant to do that or not, or ended up out there by circumstance. But here he is now riding that cushion again. He does get a pretty good launch off the turn. You can see him just battling with Blake Daniels here at the moment, but it looks like the inside run is the place to be at the moment. The clay just a little bit more unsettled down there, but as we've seen in the past, you can get that slingshot off the top of the track, which he does now. He's trying to set off down the road to catch up to this man at the moment, Tyler Worley, who's got the pace to just control the race out there in front. Watson trying everything he can, trying different lines, trying to find where the gap is on the circuit. Here we go. It's looking pretty good at the moment. It's Watson on the back of Worley here now, riding that outside cushion. Great stuff here. We've got 3 laps to go here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first heat of the night. There'll be 2 more to come, then the feature race. And if it's anything like this, we're in stored for an absolute action-packed bit of dirt racing here tonight. Watson in the mood, Worley in the mood. Blake Daniels doing his best to catch up to these 2, but these 2 guys are the top 2 in the championship as well. They've been the pacey guys setting this standard this entire year. Here they come now. It's the final lap. The 69 still holds the pace. The 93 trying to close in. I don't know if he's going to be able to get the job done here through 3 and 4 for the last time. Watson sliding up right beside him. It's going to be a photo finish here, but the 69 gets the checkered flag. Watson in second position. Great racing there. Blake Daniels getting pinched, and the 132 says thanks for the race, Watson, and gives him a good old slap-o to the arse. Zach O'Reilly in the chat says 163 cars max visible. It does work. It has. It's just at the start they get jumbled around because they're literally changing positions as they line up on the field. Boom Boom Brown's back in the racing, ladies and gentlemen. Get involved. He's off the front row as well, next to Jacob Bland. Who's next to them? It's Trent Dalton off the second row with Daddy Rainey, Ryan Keane, and Annette Moore in the 4. I've seen her and out there doing a great job last week around as well. So setting the pace on this one in the 4 car. Gonna be hard to pick a winner here, folks. All these guys evenly matched. Trent Dalton in the 2 is my pick. Daddy can do it. Moore can do it. Any of these guys can do it. I think the crowd's cheering for Boom Boom Brown. Let's hope he doesn't end up at the Boom Boom back, because it's where he's been for the most part. But let's go racing, folks. In the 2-2-3, Jono Brown controls the pace. The 14 of Jacob Bland on his outside. Pace car's in. And we're off and racing. Boom Boom gets a great start. He goes to the front. It's Bland around The outside, sorry about that, folks. The 14 sliding high. The 2 goes into the wall there. Dalton Lane, Trent Dalton having a bad start there, so he'll get shuffled back to about 4th position. Robert Rainey splits those guys as well, with the 4 sliding up the inside at the back. But it's the 14 now holding steady around the outside of Boom Boom Brown, who's just slowly starting to go backwards in the pace department. It's the 14 though. Jacob Bland looking pretty good here. Now he gets to consolidate that overtake. Needs to just get down to that low line, because Boom Boom has that occupied at the moment. The 2-2-3 actually sliding it up the inside there, looking pretty good. Now it's time for Trent to get involved. He's trying to split the atom here in between the 2 guys at the front. It's going to be dicey stuff, as this track isn't the widest in the calendar. Here he comes now. He's going to follow the 14. It's probably the wise idea. Oh, Boom Boom, big mistake. He goes to the outside, almost slaps the outside wall. Lets 14 through, and he will take over the lead. Now it's Trent Dalton in the attacking position on the inside, looking to hold that 14 out on the middle line here at Cedar Lake. We've got 6 laps to go here, folks, and they are tight as you can throw a blanket over all 4 of these front, or take all 5 of them there as well. Robert Rainey getting involved too, but the 14 now has consolidated the lead. He will take P1 for the time being. Trent Dalton chasing him down. The 4 of Annette Moore has come from the very back and now just sliding her way into 3rd position. Robert Rainey on her inside as well, with Boom Boom Brown back in 5th position, and Brian Keane not so keen tonight apparently. He's down the back and doing his best job out there, but the battle's on for the lead here. It's Trent Dalton. He's now just tactically sliding his way up the inside. A little bit of contact there with the 14 as well. They're trying to take that low line, but they are absolutely balls to the wall here at the moment. Almost backside to the wall there for the number 2, just scraping it momentarily on the outside of 3 and 4. Here they go around again. It's 2 laps to go here, folks. It could be anyone's race here between the 14 and the 2. Final lap now, white flag time, and the 14 holds the pace, gets down to that low line. That's where you want to be here at Cedar Lake, folks. You want to ride that dirt on the inside. Oh, there's contact there. That's a bit of a dirty move there from the 2. That's 14 still takes it, folks. That was that was close. Dalton wouldn't have been the most favourite bloke on the grid if he got that P1, I'll tell you what. But that was a nice little race there, ladies and gentlemen. Good stuff from the Dick Slappers and the Tallywhackers. All happening now in the 3rd of the heats, folks. They're lining up. We got Senior Watson off the front with the Rhino next to him. He's been good this season. Lucas Hines as well. Pretty good in that 17. Then Regan Gum. The gumball out there in the 16 car. Has he always been in the 16? I feel like he's changed numbers. And Khan Bell back there in the 54. Penthouse to outhouse in the lap 1, says Johnny Brown. Yeah, thanks, Braden. I know it's on. We turn it off when we go racing here at Dirt. We've got 1 lap to go here, pacing. Mason Watson holds the field steady. Chase Reinerson on his outside. He's going to look for an early start here and sweep across the nose. Here he goes now. Oh, they've all been caught muddling around. The pace car is still on the circuit, folks. He's made his way down the exit, but it's now racing time, and Mason Watson holds the lead for the time being. Lucas Hines sliding his way up into 2nd position. Regan Gunn behind him there in the 16. And around the outsides, the 15 of Rhino Reinerson just riding the arse there of the 17. Almost pitting him there as well. Just getting out of the throttle in time, because I'll tell you what, folks, that could have been a disaster there for Lucas Hines. But now they go racing again, side by side, 15, and that's the 54 of Calm Bell up his inside there as well. Rhino off to a bad start, just falling down the pack. Lucas Hines now getting settled, and at the front the battle is on because Senior Mason is out there holding the station here. Great stuff, beautiful gear from them, and Regan Gum's going to look around the outside here, but here comes Lucas Hines to slide up on his inside. Now it's a nice little three-way battle. Oh, Hines just having a little bit of a excursion into the infield there. The front left tyre just collecting one of those little grommets there that are stuck in the dirt on the inside. Here comes Regan Gum now attacking for the lead. The 42 just making a small mistake, and that was all it took there for Regan Gum now to have a good look at the lead. Gets out of it though. Thought he would have just plant that, kept it fed straight in, but decides to go for that top cushion line as well. Now through 3 and 4 they go for the 5th time. 5 laps to go here, folks. Mason Watson looking pretty good there out in front, possibly getting some coaching tips live from his son Braden Watson, who's leading the championship. He's saying, come on Dad, keep it on the line here. Regan Gum, the gumball, is absolutely in attack mode here at the moment, looking around the outside. Beautiful move. You can see the momentum he had there off 3 and 4, just slurts now into 1 and 2 again. It's a beautiful racing there from Regan Gum. I think he's got this move stitched up. Here he goes to the front. He goes. 2 laps to go. That's a perfect time to get there. Watson trying to throw the kitchen sink at him there through 1 and 2. It's not going to happen this time because Gum is now released, and he will take the checkered flag, or at least he'll take the white flag for now. One more time around, and Regan Gum will take the checkered. Beautiful racing there from those two guys. Regan takes the checkered flag. It's the final lap, folks. Mason Watson will cross the line in P2. Then we got Khan Bell, who made his way up a couple of spots there to P3. And Rhino Reinerson, not the best heat race for him. And Lucas Hines, not happy either, launching it into the wall. Not happy at all, he was. So here we go. We've just fast forwarded in time to the nice little golden hour, folks. The sunset and the evening fall upon us here at Cedar Lake. And we will get ready for a start here in the first of the feature races. 40 laps to come, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on to your hats. Go and hold on to your drinks as well. Go and refill those because we've got a short break coming up while these guys do a bit of a warm-up. So do not go anywhere. We're going to be back with all the racing action in just a moment.
The motto is that safe drivers are lifesavers. If your organisation shares this belief and are planning to improve driver education in your community, SDT Simulator Driver Training has the solution. Many of our simulator users are also gaining a revenue stream by taking their simulators to events and schools for driver education programs. The system can also be set up to run motorsport simulation. Many leading racing drivers are now using simulators to improve their skills. Such software can also be used.
Shout out to our sponsors, SDT Simulator Driver Training there. The grid is set for the main event here in the UMPs tonight. Tyler Worley and Jacob Bland off the front row. Regan Gum and Braden Watson off the second. Dalton and Watson Senior off the third row. Then we've got Blake Daniels, Annette Moore off the fourth. Then we've got Khan Bell, Kendall Bennett off the fifth row. Robert Rainey, Chase Reinerson off the sixth. Dalton Lane, Boom Boom Brown in the 2-2-3 there off the seventh row. Then Lucas Hines starting from the back. Andrew Wagner and Brian Keane. Tell you what, we've seen Lucas Hines lose his mind out there. We've seen him lose his mind when he's had to start from the very back. It's he's used to being out there in the front with the pace setters, but down there at the very back, he's going to have his hands full to try and get around all these guys. But 40 laps is plenty of time. You pick yourself through and are patient about it. See how they go racing anyway. Tyler Worley, where he likes to be, folks. P1. He needs to launch an attack here with only 3 rounds to go, 2 rounds to go here in the DSTW Winter Series. Got to start to make a move on Watson here for the championship lead, but we're ready to go racing, and we are now green, folks, in the feature race. That pace car needs to get his ass off the circuit. Does, just in time. And the 69 will take over the lead. Regan Gunn with a really good start. Actually, Jacob Bland now firing it up the inside. Really risky stuff there as well. We've got a caution before we even finish the first lap, ladies and gentlemen. What's happened here? It's Chase Reinerson has had a bit of a gutter here. Let's go back and have a look. We're off the start. There he is there. The 13 car, the 15 car, sorry. He's around the outside and just smashes into the fence and cops a little bit for his troubles and ends up facing the wrong way. So, to the back for Rhino. It's all right. Lucky he's got the big old horn on the front. He can, he can force his way through, ladies and gentlemen. But it's not a good start, folks. First caution before we even get through a lap. We're going to go racing again, though. That's the best part about dirt racing. There's always more laps to come. Here we go now, green this time, and it's Worley out there all on his own. Beautiful start from him. Regan Gum actually clear as well. And now in the 2, it's Trent Dalton now being hounded by Watson on the inside. Watson's going to try and sneak past here. He wants to make up as many positions as he can here off the start. 14's into the fence too. Manages to keep it together, clawed it up into the fence again. Lucky the damage isn't too severe in these cars in this server tonight, because he'd be trouncing his way back into the pit lane. But it's 14 Bland around the outside, and the second caution of the night, 3 laps in. What's happened this time, folks? It's Kendall Bennett has come a gutter here. Where is he there? In the 132. Oh, yep. Collector Rhino again. Not having a great start, these guys. It's a tight little circuit as well. And the corners are quite tight. There's going to be a bit of kerfuffling here tonight. Bradley Cairns in the chat says good morning. He's watching on YouTube, folks. We've got most of our viewership watching on Facebook as well. You want, I think if you want better resolution, we're streaming in 2K over on YouTube. So I think Facebook only limits you to 720p or something like that. Not our fault, it's Facebook's fault. Go and write a letter to Zucko, the big Zuck, and tell him that your platform zucks. But anyway, if you want 2K, go over to the YouTube channel because it's nice and clear over there. But the 69 leads them off now after the second of the cautions. 3 laps in. Pace car's off this time, and we are racing one more time, and it's Worley hits the front, but it's Regan Gum and Bland battling it out. Watson just trying to figure out how he's going to get past these two guys. Looking up the inside of Regan Gum, he has, but Gum's now cleared him there as well. So Watson up to 3rd position outright. Jacob Bland just falling backwards there as well. Blake Daniels is on the scene. Looks very close there between the 5 and the 14. Almost contact there as well, but Blake Daniels clears him now. And the top 4 are Worley, Gum, Watson and Daniels outright. Then we've got the 2 of Trent Dalton just sliding his way into P6, and he's in a bit of no man's land here as well. There's not much doing for him in terms of battling. Annette Moore around the outside of Khan Bell, the 54 there as well. Looking quite pacey on that outside line as Annette at the moment. That's where the grip is, folks. You can see all the cars at the top of the track. It's where you want to be. And we're 7 laps in now, and our longest of the green running situation. Regan Gum has his hands full because Watson is lining him up here for a nice little attack. Looking down into 3 and 4 here at the moment, and it's Watson now up the inside of Regan Gum. They were side by side just momentarily, and I think Gum has got to drive in his mirrors here a little bit, but the action will be interrupted here by the 3rd of the cautions. Oh no. Oh no, ladies and gentlemen, it's Boom Boom Brown. He's had a boom boom at the back here. 223. 13's in front of him. You can see he just turns him around. No regard for safety there, and puts himself in the bin and gets a little bit of a redress there. So nice manners, at least. Johnny Brown doing the Lord's work there. Accidentally turned around the 13 of Brian Keane, and then, you know, did the right thing. Let him go through. Beautiful stuff there. The most gentlemanly dirt racer we've come across. Hello to all out there in YouTube land, in Facebook land, and in Twitch land. If you haven't already, give us a like and subscribe on the channel as we go racing once more, and it's Wally on the front with Regan Gum looking. Let's just go straight through the pace car. That's got to be a bit of a glitch there from iRacing, but Watson just getting off the throttle there because the 16 was just chopping his nose off. Speaking of chopping his nose off, does it to Tyler Wally, puts him into the fence, put both of them into the fence. Now Wally out off into the bunda. Oh, what about that from Wally? He's absolutely been KO'd there. We're going to have to go back and see what happened there because you can see him just get pushed wide here from Regan Gum. Then the 5 of Blake Daniels up the inside. It's actually the 2 of Trent Dalton and the 14, and that sends him straight out into the lane. Oh no, disaster there for Wally. It's going to be all down to where that caution got called because he's out there in no man's land. Bloody Kimi Räikkönen style. He's taken the wrong turn. He's out there in the bloody pit lane. He's going to have to follow the safety car back onto track. Where is he going to come out? This is bad news for Wally. He's down there in 16th position, ladies and gentlemen. Wowee. Oh, I'll tell you what, Regan Gum getting a little bit excited there off that restart. Binning Wally into the outside fence. And that just continued on down the circuit there as Wally tried to gather it up and just travelling a little bit too slowly compared to the rest of them. We're going to go racing again, and look who's in the front, Watson. That's where he wanted to be, folks. It took him, 10 laps to get there, and he's got there. And he's to right in that high line. Blake Daniels just sliding up the inside there of Regan Gum, claiming P2. But Gum, we've seen, is aggressive, and he will not let that go without a fight. Here they go, side by side, here at Cedar Lake. Beautiful driving there. Blake Daniels going in a little bit deep there as well, looking for that cushion to get some traction down. Gets up to P2. Here he goes. Now it's Gum under attack from Trent Dalton as well, riding that top line, and you can see the side by side down the back here as well. That's the 13 of Chase. No, it's not. It's the 18 of Dalton Lane there on the inside. 54 of Kane Bell and the 4 of Annette Moore there as well, chiming in. The 12 of Robert Rainey looking up the middle of those two guys, trying to split the atom, and gets turned around. There's a big crash in the background there. They've reckoned that's Mason Watson in the 42. 69 getting involved as well. And whoa, there goes Boom Boom Brown, absolutely tumbling off the circuit. Wowee. We've got to go back and have a look at that one, folks, as we hit our 4th caution, I believe. Here's Jacob Bland. Gets hit into the side there from, it was actually Wally that misjudged the entry and exit of that one. You see Boom Boom Brown flying through the air. That was a big one, folks.
Just shut the fuck up. I didn't.
Watson still leads. Then we got Daniels on his outside. Regan Gum up the inside there in P3. Trent Dalton in the 2 car. And Annette Moore up 2 positions. Up 3 positions. Kane Bell up 3. Robert Rainey up 4. Cutting his way through the field is Lucas Hines as well, as we go green for the 5th time. Here he goes. It's the 93 leads with Blake Daniels, and all 3 of those top guys taking that cushion in the high line, looking for as much traction as they can as the surface starts to get a little bit shiny there as well, searching for the loose gravel. Down here we've got the 16, that's Regan Gum, under attack from Trent Dalton here, just trying to slide that number 2 machine up the inside. It's not going to happen for him there. Looks like one of the front runners came into contact with the wall as well. Oh, they're wrecking again at the back here. It's, who is it? It's Reinerson and Dalton Lane coming together, folks. Let's see what happened. Here we go. Oh, just blinking in and out is Robert Rainey back there. But it's Reinerson in the 15. Just, collecting Kane Bell as well. And Dalton Lane, just an innocent bystander there, coming onto the scene a little bit too late. I tell you what, Dalton Lane, he's up there in the standings too. He'll be disappointed. We're sitting back there in the in last position. Wally's made his way up to 6th position after finding some trouble there in the pit lane as well. Braden Watson holds court at the moment. Blake Daniels, we've seen. Speedy customer. He's up 5 positions from where he started. He's got no one looking at him at the moment. It's Watson leads the field through, and we're green. It's Blake Watson. Watson, and then Blake Daniels up. Oh no, they're crashing straight away. Oh no, they've all lost their minds here at the back. The 3-car, Robert Rainey, Wagner involved as well. Reinerson again, and Trent Dalton. Fall from grace. He's down 12 positions. Ladies and gentlemen, what the hell happened then? Go up the top and just have a look. See, it's the 2-car Trent Dalton. Yeah, just absolutely missed his turning marker, slamming into the outside fence, bouncing back, and was just a moving chicane there a little bit. Cars coming in from behind. Didn't expect that. Number 2 car to be just perpendicular to the track, sideways. Not good. Not good. And we're at our 7th caution already, folks. We're not even halfway through this race.
Where I reckon.
Could we beat the record of 13?
You're gonna have wax because
Get your predictions in the chat, folks. How many cautions? Maybe. Let's go racing again, though. That's where the excitement's at. Dalton leads. It's Blake Daniels. And look at Trent Dalton now from the inside. After that big accident, found himself up back into 4th position. They called that caution early, and he gets his position back, but it's Tyler Worley on the move up into P3. He started this in P1, and that's where he wants to be, folks, as they come through for the 20th time, finally in half-race distance. Nice move there on Daniels, but Daniels saw it coming, just got off the throttle there momentarily to let him through, looking for that inside switchback, and we've got our 8th caution now. What's happened this time? Regan Gum and Kendall Bennett back here. Okay, let's have a look-see. Kendall Bennett in the 132. Oh, just on the outside. Nothing nefarious just yet. Oh, it's the 4 of Annette. Just getting tangled up there with the 4. That was all she wrote, folks. It looks like Regan Gum involved as well. Let's have a look at what happened there. He was right at the front. And he's found himself at the back here as well, getting pushed along by the 15. Whoop. Yeah, getting stuck in with Andrew Wagner, the 3. So, a couple of incidents there as well. John Brown crashing after the pace car comes out. Interesting. But we are halfway through now. This first of the feature races tonight. Then we're going to be lining up over at Limaland, but they're green here for the 9th time. Let's go racing, folks. And the 69's got a pretty good start there on Daniels. He's going to look up the inside as the track grip has definitely changed from the inside to the outside. Blake Daniels just flickering there in the old connection department, but riding that top cushion is where you want to be here, folks. We've got another caution, the 9th one. What is happening here, folks? It's Chase Reinerson this time. The 15, he's out there. He's got Mason in front. Looks like Mason has just left a little bit of a gap there. Oh, no, they've just piled up in front there. That's Annette Moore and the rest of the field getting tangled up as well. Boy, oh boy. These blokes have lost their mind tonight.
Hell, Hines is wrecking under caution.
Madness. That's what you get when you go dirt racing, folks. It's one of those. It's a contact sport, from what I've told. From what I've been told. Let's go racing one more time here after the 9th caution, and it's Watson and Worley looking up the inside of Blake Daniels. Daniels just narrowly avoiding the fence there, if he did at all. Very close indeed. But back here, it's Trent Dalton and the 12 of Robert Rainey up the inside, looking pretty good here as Daddy, and he's just going to slot in behind the 2. Up in front though, it's side by side with Daniels, just going for a bit of a move there up the inside of Watson. It's not going to pay off because now Watson, Worley just getting through there on Daniels. I don't know if that that counts before the 10th caution dawns on us. We are certainly going to beat our record. Certainly going to beat our record of 13 cautions.
You fucking moron.
Christian Cox in the chat says, I've heard there's been some cheating behind the scenes. Absolute rubbish. You hear that all the time. It's always, you know, the admins are cheating. Absolute bullshit. People don't put on series to cheat their way to victory. That is child's play. We're here to have fun. And with no prize money, there's no point.
Dude, you are the worst.
Anyway, Braden Watson at the front. Blake Daniels will line up beside him. In the 69 car is Tyler Worley. He's looking to chop some of that that championship lead out of that yellow car in front of him as they go racing one more time at the front. It's been pretty clean, but it's from about the mid-pack on that they start to lose their minds. Here we go, Remo with the super chat. Thank you very much. When do they turn right? There we go. Look at that, the 69 car. Oh, this is the biggest pile-up we've seen in this series. It's nearly every single car involved. Holy mackerel, that is a massive incident. Oh, I just saw Tyler Worley's car just flipping around like Tony Hawk's just giving it the old kick flip. Back bloody heel flip, whatever you want. Watch this. Up he goes and then just getting carted along by all the other cars coming through. Trent Dalton flipping through the air as well. Are we watching dirt racing cars or are we watching the bloody tumbling in the Olympics? There's madness. This is some Simone Biles out there on the floor routine. Back flips, side flips, you bloody name it. We've got it all here, folks. Regan Gum and Watson were pretty much the only two that managed to get out of that bloody kerfuffling there. Holy shit, that was crazy. So 11 cautions down, 28 laps down. We're on the final stretch, at least on the final quarter here. We're going to go racing again here. Braden Watson just warming up his tyres as he does. He's got that Kelly Slater flick to warm up those tyres. At least that's what it reminds me of. Let's go racing again, folks. Let's not hang 10 and wipe out again this time. Let's get some clean racing in. Here they go. It's Watson off to a great start. Robert Rainey will slide his way up into second position with Regan Gum just riding the wall around the outside, Chastain style. Then in the 15, it's Chase Reinerson getting chased down by Senior Mason. They're in the 42, and the 5 of Blake Daniels there being hounded by Lucas Hines as well. Hines on the warpath, starting from the very back, and has made it at least this far. But look at this, they're 4 wide there for just a moment. The 69 on the 6. Oh no, he's gone from bad to worse there, just chopping across the nose of the 4, and he'll head out to the high line now again. And the 18 of Trent Dalton with the 4 of Annette Moore and the 2 of Trent Dalton all side by side. This is fantastic racing. Look at the 2 just right across the inside there. Boom Boom Brown getting involved as well with the 14 of Jacob Bland sliding up the inside. Beautiful racing so far, but it's the 2 and the 18 fighting it out there just in front. It's Trent Dalton on the inside with Dalton Lane. A couple of Daltons there side by side. Oh, almost making contact too with Annette Moore in the 4. Sliding right out and making sure that poor old Trent gets forced into the wall. It's all happening up the front here as well with Mason Watson, Lucas Hines on the outside, and Worley in the 69. Now a little switchback move there with Watson missing his marker and going well wide. Now it's 9 laps to go. Beautiful green light racing so far. And Watson 3 wide with the 69 and the 17 on the outside. Watson oh no, they've come together there. That's Worley and Hines, and that will trigger the 12th caution of the night. Wowee, losing my voice here behind the microphone. Woo-wee! Let's go and have another look at that one, because they were doing so well. It was Lucas Hines and the 69 of Worley coming together here. You can see Worley just stepping it out just a little bit too far. They're side by side, pretty close. Actually, it was the 42 that sort of escorted the 69 to the outside where Lucas Hines was occupied. So there you go, 42 missing the flick and just understeering straight across the track there. Couldn't get the arse end out. Taking 69 and 17 with him. Hey, what, he's been in the wars tonight. Poor old Worley. Started at the front, now he's at the back. Now we're racing again, and the 93 has it all his own way. Easy stuff there with Robert Rainey in second position. Regan Gum in the middle line, and then going low is the 69 of Worley. Beautiful stuff there. He's picked the right time to start going low. Slides it up in the face of Robert Rainey, who takes the inside line there, little switchback play, and gets that job done. Now it's a battle on here between the 69, and he's just got his nose in front, so he'll line up in P2 again as the 13th caution comes out onto the circuit. This is what we want, folks, with 5 laps to go, or 6 laps to go. The 2 big heavy hitters are at the front finally. What happened? It was Trent Dalton in the 2. Go back and have a look. Here he is there. He's got Daniels there as well as Reinerson, and it was just Daniels just giving in the good old "how you going, son," and you can have a little rest, hit the showers early. Cop that. Blake Daniels, not known for his aggressive behaviour out there on circuit, but you never know. These guys under pressure, they can do anything. Even the front guys we've seen lose their minds occasionally. But it will be Rainey on the outside of Watson. And look there, the 69 ready and parked. Beautiful start there from Worley. He will slide his way up into P2 here, I think. And Robert Rainey now, oh, look at that, 69 just straight across the track, looking for the high line now. Blocked past there on the 16 and the 12, who are pretty much inside each other there as well. Look out, eyes wide shut. It's all happening here at the moment with Worley now just battling for the lead, switching across there with Watson again. He was now cement his place up into P2 because the 14th caution, and the most we've ever seen in this series, has just fallen across the desk. Here we go. This time it's Dalton Lane. No, it is. It's Dalton Lane. Blake Daniels again. Blake Daniels involved. Oh, you can see just 4 wide there. Certainly 4 doesn't go into 3 and just triggers a chain reaction of UMP modifieds. Absolutely getting crunched.
Jacob.
Only a couple of laps to go, folks. This will be the run to the line. And wouldn't you know it, it's the 2 guys in the 1 and 2 positions of the championship who are now sitting 1 and 2. This will be the most important restart of the race now. You've seen them all wanting to go for that high line, and look at that start from 69. Actually maybe caught the 93 napping there a little bit, and giving him a little bit of curry there as well. And Rainey gets involved too, and pushing the 69 to the outside. That'll be all she wrote there for Tyler Worley. Braden Watson leads now, and he's got a comfortable gap to Worley, who's having his own little battle there with Daddy, who slides up on the inside as well, taking P2. But it's Annette Moore as the real mover and shaker tonight, up plenty of positions, as well as Robert Rainey, with Jacob Bland sitting back there just smashing the wall as well. We've got 2 laps to go here. It's the white flag has been given. It's 1 lap to go. It's Braden Watson who controls the field big time here. He'll take the checkered flag once he gets around 3 and 4 for the last time. Tyler Worley will take P2 as well, with Robert Rainey in P3. Good result from him, and Annette Moore in 4. It's Regan Gum in 5th position, Blake Daniels in P6, Brian Keane in P7, Chase Reinerson P8, Andrew Wagner in P9, Dalton Lane in P10, Jacob Bland P11, Mason Watson in 12th, Trent Dalton in 13th, Johnny Boom Boom Brown in 14th. Then we got Lucas Hines in 15th. He was up and down like a yo-yo tonight. Khan Bell and Kendall Bennett round out your field. Bradley Cairns in the chat says the tracks are too small for me. I can't control these things. They need to scan the Motorplex in Perth, then I might be a chance. Yeah, well, it's a completely different technique required to get these things around the circuit and to race in close quarters with others. It's if you come from a road racing background, you certainly you're going to be behind the 8 ball, so you've really got to put the hours in. And I know a lot of these guys race dirt in real life as well, so they live and breathe it. They forget the Milo in the milk. It's a cup of dirt with milk in it, and away they go. But yes, certainly a different technique involved in driving these things around. I had a quick go myself, and yeah, very difficult indeed. I mean, it's one thing as well just to get around on your own, but I tell you what, once you've got another 16, 17 cars around you, it's nigh impossible for someone like me who's pretty much no dirt racing experience. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Watson, Wally, Rainey are your top three here in the first of the main events, first of the feature races tonight. It's time for us now to hop in the sensational Concorde and head south down to Limaland. And we're going to be back with the great late models. And just after a short break here from our other name sponsors, we'll cycle through them, folks, and we'll be back hopefully shortly with the rest of the night.
Motorsport isn't just a hobby, it's a lifestyle. And when performance matters, you need gear you can trust. That's where ARD Importing comes in. ARD Importing brings world-class racing brands straight to New Zealand, supplying real racers, real teams and real enthusiasts with proven performance products around the globe. We're talking JRP racing components, ZAMP helmets and safety gear you can rely on the track, Red Cat Racing for high-performance RC action and intimate brake pads for serious stopping power when it counts most. Keep your engine protected with renewable lubricants, premium oils designed for extreme performance and durability. Turn up the volume with wicked audio, delivering powerful sound whenever the road or track takes you. And gear up with Spartan products built for durability, comfort and race day durability. Whether you're racing dirt, asphalt or chasing lap times from home, ARD Importing has you covered. Sim racers as well, listen up, ladies and gentlemen, because ARD New Zealand is your importing source for all of Camus Racing sim gear. Precision wheels, professional grade pedals, immersive feedback that puts you right in the driver's seat. Train harder, race smarter and feel every corner. From real world racing to the virtual grid, ardimporting.co.New Zealand connects you with elite brands trusted by racers worldwide.
Expertise in getting the best gear. Sensational TV has proudly partnered up with Speed Nation. It is New Zealand's go-to destination for high-performance sim gear. They also stock the best and biggest brands in the game, from Thrustmaster, Mozo Racing, Next Level Racing, Sparko, Turtle Beach and more. And whether you're looking for the ultra-responsive racing wheels or pro-grade flight controls, immersive audio or rock-solid cockpits, I'll tell you what, Speed Nation has got it all. They also carry other trusted names like Butt Kicker, PT Actuators, Wheel Stand Pros, Gen Ace, Spectrum in the remote control field, and also Collective Mind. So every step and part of your setup is covered, from complete racing rigs and premium flight packs. We here at Sensational TV, back in Speed Nation, to deliver the gear that takes your experience to the next level. Fast shipping, trusted brands, unbeatable quality, and I'll tell you what, Speed Nation has it all. And as an excellent gift for all of our viewers tonight and members out there of Sensational TV, and if you're trying to get into racing, Go to the checkout, buy some stuff off Spin Nation, because if you buy any full price product on the website, enter the code SIMSATIONAL, that is SIMSATIONAL. Oh my God, I can't even speak. And you will get a 10% discount off your end cart price. So go in there.
10%? 10% did you say, Zachary?
I did say 10%,
Oh,
mate. I did not say
goodness.
5. I did not say 4. I said 10.
Welcome back, viewers. We've just joined the boys as they do the final touches here for practice. And this is Limaland Speedway, or Limaland, not too sure how you would say it. But here in the Great Lakes, we're on board with Blake Daniels. You can get a driver's eye view, how they go about their business. You basically just staring at the inside of the track. You're very limited in vision as to what's on your outside. You've really got to trust your spotters when you're driving these cars. You can see them up in front there. That's the 66, Tyler Worley, and the 10. It's very hard to see. The 10 car, possibly Regan Gum, going side by side. There you go. The little bit of a shunt there from the 3. That's Trent Dalton. Or Dalton Lane, should I say, in the 3 car. Whoa. You can see the oversteer that's required, and the amount of finesse is incredible. And these cars have got plenty of power too, so you've got to be very careful on the throttle. Too much of that, and it's basically the same as us road racing counterparts. Around you go, in the old saying. Arse end wants to go a little bit further than you want. It's all about maintaining the correct angle here in these cars. Oh, a bit of a crash there on circuit. You can see just about. Oh, it's another tight circuit, folks. These turns here at Limaland are probably even a little bit juicier in terms of turn radius, and you get a little bit more of a straight to slingshot your way into whichever part of the track you want. But the more I look into dirt racing, folks, the more sort of nuanced it becomes. There's plenty of all the different sort of states that the surface goes through. The start of the round, or the start of the race, it's all pretty much even grip everywhere. You've got that top cushion there with the loose stuff, which offers a bit more grip from what I've been told. And then as the race progresses, you'll see a shiny line that starts to appear. And then that's where the grip sort of goes away, the slick line. So you want to try and avoid that at all costs. There's plenty that goes into the minds of these dirt races as they go qualifying now. This is a lone qualifying 2-lap shootout, as they do in just iRacing officials. So guys used to this. We're following Blake Daniels around. He's sitting P3 at the moment. Get the timing tower up. See where they're at. It's a net more in the 6, actually setting the pace earlier, 12-1. Eclipsed immediately by Tyler Worley by 0.02 of a second. Daniel sits there in P3 with Trent Dalton in 4th. Tied 4th. Johnny Brown up there in the 32 car. The 0.6 off the pace. See how he goes about his qualifying. You get the whole track to yourself. Dalton Lane goes bang straight to the front. Braden Watson chiming in P3. Fraser Onison finishing off his lap there in the 25 car. And he'll slot in at P6. About to finish his 3rd lap. Will he improve? Not with that. Certainly not. Robert Rainey sits up in P7 as well. He's finished his run. Brian Keane, the last one to finish off, with Mason Watson actually the actual last one to finish off their qualifying session. See where he puts it. Still finishing off. Pops it up into P7. Good start. Regan Gum out there in the 10. He was pretty quick in the UMPs, ladies and gentlemen, so he's probably on fire tonight. Well, hard to say. The switch between cars would be very hard to handle. They both handle very differently. Regan Gum pops it up into P8. Kendall Bennett in the 132. Can only go better than they did in the first round, in the first half of this race. Knight in the UMPs, I think, finished dead last or close to it. I think that might be it, folks. That is qualifying done and dusted. Dalton Lane and Worley and Watson are your top 3. And now we get ready to go racing here, folks. It's time for the heat races. Excuse me. On the first one, we got Mason Watson off the front line with Blake Daniels. Braden Watson with Dalton Lane on his outside. Robert Rainey and Jacob Bland. There's 8 cars in this heat race. Could only have 2 of them. And then the 54 on the 132 at the very back.
Blair, quit hitting.
14 going early.
Hey, Blair, why don't you just get in line, dumbass?
Predictions in the chat, folks. Who's going to win each of these heat races? Might only be 2 of them. And who's going to take the chockies? Can Braden Watson make it 2 from 2 tonight in the feature races?
Hey, brother, that's a wall. Not supposed to hit
or can one of these guys knock him off the perch? Dalton Lane looking good tonight. Blake Daniels, speedy customer as ever. Then you got Worley as well. In the who'll be featured in the second of the heats, I'm sure. We're just waiting on that pace truck to come in, and we're about to get going here in the Crate Lates at Limaland Park. And here we go. It was Watson that was just a little bit too impatient there. Had to get out of the throttle, but then straight away sends it up into P2, squeezing Dalton Lane in between him and the 5 and the 42 of Mason, just trying to stay clear of all these 3 guys who are trading paint like the Pokemon cards down there on the school ground. And then now it's Watson who gets clear of the 3 and the 5, and now he can set his sights on the 42 there of Mason Watson in front. It's down the back here as well. We've got Jacob Bland and the 12 of Robert Rainey going hard. But look at this little group here. The Sun has almost turned his old man around there in the 42, just driving into the back of him and heading back down into P3. Now it's Dalton Lane that takes over in the running, and he now just gets a little bit of a reprieve in the old pressure stakes as they back him up behind him there. It's Mason Watson on the outside, Braden, his son, on the inside. So it's 1, 2, 3, finally settled themselves down and into an order, and it's Rainey and Daniels battling it out hard. Daniels, I think, just trying to go on the inside and absolutely collects the 14 of Jacob Bland on his way down and sends that car back and packing, and he will go to the very back of the field. With 5 laps to go here, it's Dalton Lane with a pretty nice lead, but look at how much of the chunk of that lead has been taken out here. Once Braden Watson just got his nose clean and out of all that battling that was happening on early, he's going to start to pace him down real quick, riding that high line. Whereas Dalton's looking for that inside run there, looking for some of that loose gravel as the middle of the track just starts to get a little bit of compactedness, I suppose, if that's even a word. We'll add it to the sensational dictionary if it isn't. But with 2 laps to go, Dalton Lane doing a great job. I don't know if Braden Watson can be able to launch an attack here with 2 laps to go. Once we go past here, we'll be collecting that white flag. Comes up on your screens, ladies and gentlemen. Watson with 1 or 2 more corners. He's going to try and do it the hard way. He's going to force his way through. I don't think it's going to happen. Watson, oh yeah, big moment there off the inside run. And that's his old man that's going to take P2, and the 12, Robert Rainey, feeds him into the wall after the race. Wowee, big mistake there from Watson. We haven't seen that kind of thing before. Well, we probably have a couple of times, but not known for it. Can't be winning a championship and be doing that sort of stuff too often, that's for sure. Heat 2, folks. Regan Gum in the hot seat, with Chase Reinerson next to him. Annette Moore and Wally off the second row. Johnny Boom Boom Brown in the 32. And Trent Dalton off the third row next to him. Brian Keane and Andrew Wagner make out the rest of the field. Excuse me. Just catching up on some of these comments. Very good stuff there. Keep it up. Tell us where you're from in the chat. I don't really care, but it's good to it's good to get an idea. I wouldn't know as well. I mean, most of you guys are American, so I wouldn't have an absolute clue unless you're in bloody, I don't know, LA or New York. Count me out. Here we go, folks. Gonna get ready for a start here. In the second of the heats, we are green light racing, and Regan Gum controls the field here with Rhino around the outside, just missing his marker there and going well wide, and Wally just getting squeezed up in between them there. The 6 just getting in the way there as well a little bit. It's Annette Moore just trying to find a pace here at the moment, and Wally just collects free, goes up the inside with the 2 of Dalton now looking pretty good, just making that overtake stick. That was quite a kerfuffle there at the start. They were all tangled up with each other, but now they just start to spread out and fan out quite nicely. It's Regan Gum has the control of the field here with 8 laps to go. Wally in second position outright, looking fast as ever, and Dalton there in third position in the 3 car, up 3 positions. And, sorry, he's in the 2 car. Oh, that would have been nice. 3 car, up 3 in third. Beautiful stuff. But it's the 6 of Annette Moore, looking pretty good. It's Boom Boom Brown down there in the 32 car, riding that high line. Looking good. The entire field actually taking that high line. Annette Moore, the only one looking for that low stuff there as well. At the front, though, it's on because Wally has just forced his way up the inside of Regan Gum. A little bit of argy-bargy as well there. Bit of hip and shoulder. But Regan now with the outside run has that momentum. And he will be challenging Wally here. But Wally just goes wide, blocks him off. Now Regan Gum looks to the inside. The switchback's on. But here comes the cavalry of Trent Dalton chiming in as well. So there won't be too much room for these guys to be keeping on doing that, because the cavalry will turn up and spoil the party. Here comes Regan. Regan just sliding right into the side of the 66, taking him right out to the top of the track there. Almost disaster, and Wally feeds him with his own medicine. Now they're both around. Gum is around at the back. That's a disaster for him. And Wally, a little bit of retaliation there, but the green flag, the white flag is out, and Trent Dalton leads with Annette Moore sitting in second position. Oh, Wally's been taken out again by the, who was that? The 32 of Johnny Brown, I think. Oh, no, there's retaliatory action there from Regan Gums, come from the infield and taken out the 66 before he crosses the line. What is going on here, folks? There will be race bans, I'm sure, because of that. There's one thing to... Oh, geez, there's one thing. There, he gets him again after the line. Regan Gum not happy at all. There's one thing to make a mistake in a race and do a bit of side-by-side rubbing, but I tell you what, once the retaliatory actions come into play, we start to get into that kindergarten territory, don't we, folks? That is sad to see. But these dirt racers, mate, they wear their hearts on their sleeves. And that was very well evident there, folks. Wowie, you wouldn't want to be, or actually maybe you would want to be a fly on the wall in that voice chat tonight. They've lost it. They've lost it. There you go. You can see, you can see the 66 fed him his own medicine there, putting him up against the wall after the initial contact. And then from there, it was absolute schoolyard stuff. But, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in just a short moment. Another word from our sponsors, SDT. And we'll be back as they line up for the feature race of this evening. There'll be 40 laps around Limaland Park in the Crate Lakes. Don't go anywhere.
Motto is that safe drivers are lifesavers. If your organisation shares this belief and are planning to improve driver education in your community, SDT Simulator Driver Training has the solution. Many of our simulator users are also gaining a revenue stream by taking their simulators to events and schools for driver education programs. The system can also be set up to run motorsport simulation. Many leading racing drivers are now using simulators to improve their skills. Such software can also be used to show drivers they are not as skilled as they think they are. SDT Simulator Driver Training is a division of Safe Drive Training, one of Asia Pacific's leading driver training providers. We offer affordable driving simulators that are assembled in our Brisbane head office. SDT simulators are now in use across Australia and are expanding into international markets due to their affordable price, unique features and customisation for driver training. Depending on the simulator model being purchased, you will receive a range of training resources to help you to facilitate quality driver education. SDT is the exclusive distributor of Fatal Vision alcohol impairment goggles, marijuana simulation goggles, and drowsy and distracted blinking goggles. All are used to demonstrate the dangers of such impairments on the driver. Also available are driver training posters, driving handbooks, and distracted driving resources. Our simulators.
All right, folks, we're back on the track. Gum and Wally are on the grid. So the stewards are, I guess, happy with what happened, and they will let them race. The iRacing pace truck not going anywhere, but the boys have decided it's time to go. So the two Daltons at the front. It's a bathroom showroom there at the moment. A couple of Royal Daltons out in front. Who will get the flush? Who knows? We can only find out once we go racing, ladies and gentlemen, which is going to be in just a short moment. A couple of laps through, sitting behind this pace car, and we're going to go live here for 40 laps. This wonderful circuit down here in Limaland. Which of the Daltons will? Where are the big heavy hitters in this series? Braden Watson down there in 5th position. So he'll be looking to make up as many off the start as possible. It looks like that pace car is in. And now it's time to go racing, and it's Dalton Lane that gets the jump on everyone. Beautiful start from him. He will lead on his very lonesome there as well, with Trent Dalton going the high line. The two Watsons underneath him as well, looking to make it 3 wide. Here comes Braden up the inside in that unmistakable 93 car. You can't miss that thing. Absolutely a sight for sore eyes, or a sight to make your eyes sore. One of those is the applicable question there, but we have our first caution after 2 laps. What's happened here? It's Worley. Oh no. Let's go back and have a look. Here he is, the 66 car. Got Blake Daniels around him. The 42 of Mason looking a little bit argy-bargy there, just bouncing off the wall there and pinching him in between him and the 5. And Worley goes to the back. Jeez, he's not having a great night out there tonight. He's had the pace too, ladies and gentlemen. That's the thing. He's had the pace and just finding trouble. Trouble comes looking for him.
What the fuck are you doing, guys?
My really bad American accent. We're racing again, folks. Green light, and Trent Dalton leads, but Watson is really challenging him here. A little bit of contact, and that brings Trent in the equation. Another little hit from him between the 2 and the 3, and that sends the 2 right out to the top of the track, almost hitting the outside wall. But you can see everyone looking for that outside line here at the moment, and Braden Watson controls them down at the bottom of the track, and that's Mason just with a bit of craziness there, missing his mark and going a bit wide and falling into the lap of the rest of the pack back there. But these top 3 now have just kicked clear to a little bit of a lead, a little bit of a mistake there from Watson. That'll bring Dalton Lane back into the equation, and Trent in the 2 just goes straight back through as well. This is beautiful stuff. It's like plaiting your daughter's hair here. Who wants the lead? Who takes one in the left? Who takes one in the right hand? It's all confusing stuff, but Dalton Lane does now have a nice little advantage, while Dalton and Watson battle it out there for second position. Back here, it's Daddy Rainey on the inside of the 42. That's Mason Watson looking for an inside run. Didn't realise there was a car on his inside. That car was Blake Daniels, and he got absolutely poleaxed down into 7th or 8th position now with Chase Reinerson on his outside. And you can see Annette Moore there in the 6 going wide, and Watson there copping a little bit of a shove from the Rhino, doing what the Rhino does best, getting the horn out and using it in a tactical fashion. But you can see now they've all just started to settle down and get into a rhythm here with 10 laps down of 40. That leaves 30 to go, ladies and gentlemen. And it's Blake Daniels on the inside line up there making a little bit of contact with Reinerson, and the Rhino is around. He's been poached. The horn has been cut off by the old Zimbabwean poachers. And he goes back to the back of the pack, and that will bring out the second of the cautions in this feature race tonight. Dalton Lane will resume at the front of the queue. Braden Watson on his outside. Then we got Trent Dalton. Robert Rainey, Daddy, up 3 positions from his starting spot. Annette Moore's in the 6. Then we got Mason Watson on the outside. Khan Bell in the 54. Behind him, Tyler Worley making up some positions down there in 9th. And we're about ready to go again. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, for the 3rd time. Go, go, go. Green light racing. And it's Trent Dalton on the inside, looking to serve it up to Dalton Lane, who's in the 3 car out in front. But here comes Watson with the big underneath slide, but the switchback's on, and the 2 gets it. He goes up into second position as well. But Robert Rainey's right there. Daddy looking and blinking in and out of existence as well. So he takes that high line, stays right out of trouble. But Watson and Dalton now coming together in the P2 and 3 positions. It's whoa, look at that. It's Dalton just falling back into the lap of Robert Rainey. Daddy just stroking him on the head there as he comes back into the lap and says, you can't do that, son. I'm into chicks. Don't you worry about it. But here we go. It's Annette Moore on the back of Tyler Worley. You can see Worley just being very careful here at the moment, trying to stay out of trouble. Looks up on the inside of the 6 car. Gets that job done. Next one on the agenda is number 12 of Robert Rainey. This is good green light racing here as all cars take to that that top cushion. That's where the grip is, folks. You can see it now. They're all going wide, and it's, look at Dalton Lane has absolutely got a massive lead over the rest of the field at the moment. 6/10 back to Watson in second position. Third is Trent Dalton. Fourth is Robert Rainey. Fifth is the man of the moment, Worley, who's been up and down like a yo-yo tonight. Let's ride on board as we get another caution. And it's Boom Boom Brown, who's had a bit of a gutser here. Let's go back and have a look at what's happened to the 32 car. Here he is. He's got Carn Bell on his outside in the 54. Oh, they're 4 wide. Yeah, that's always going to happen like that, folks. Can only just fit 4 of these cars. Wow. Can only just fit 4 of these cars abreast. And when one goes for that Scandi flick to get that arse end around, disaster for someone. And this time it was Boom Boom. 17 laps through. Almost halfway through this race, ladies and gentlemen. The boys can keep their heads. Could be over in the blink of an eye. Let's go racing again, and Dalton Lane with a good start. He's been waiting for this day to serve it up to Watson, and he does so. Watson looking sheepish on the inside there as well, trying to avoid Tyler Worley, who's just slid himself up there into P2 and 3, giving plenty of gusto there to the 3 car, and fights his way to the front. What a move there from the pole sitter here tonight. 66, Tyler Worley takes over the lead, goes to the high line, and he's got Dalton and Watson behind, battling it out over the scraps. Now Watson looking for that block pass. Worley sees him coming, ducks to the inside and says, thank you very much, mother for the rabbits. Here he goes around the outside now, and the block pass does not quite pull off there. A little bit of contact between 66 and 93. Now Trent Dalton getting involved, and the caution's out. It's getting feisty here, ladies and gentlemen. 66, what a charge from him. Made it to the front in aggressive fashion as well. Elbows out the whole way around. This is Regan Gum. Has found himself some trouble down here in P8, P9. He's just in the pack. That's, yeah, there's just too many cars out there. Copped it in the side of the door there from the 6 car, Vanette Moore. He says, I don't really want any more of that. But now it's the 2 championship protagonists at the front. Tyler Worley, Braden Watson. And we're going to see some fireworks here, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like Worley's driving with red mist just coming out of his ears after what happened in the heats. And then what happened in the race as well. But now we go racing again. We're going to find out for sure. Tyler Worley leads them off there into 1 and 2, with Trent Dalton now sliding up the inside, looking for that block pass there. Gets the job done on Dalton Lane, but it's not going to work for Braden, who goes right out wide, and the switchback is on there. Worley takes over the front of the pack. Now they're going to do this back and under thing here as well. Worley now just trying to avoid the inside there, because the 93 was looking to cover that across. He's done it really nicely this time. That's what the 93 was trying to do, but Worley gets the job done there. But now it's inside outside, inside outside. Here they go again. It's the 66 taking over control, but now Trent Dalton Dalton Lane in the 3 just spoils the party for the 93, and that will be all she wrote for another caution, the 5th one of this race. This time it's Carn Bell in the 54. Let's see what's happened to him. Just getting tangled up with Rhino there as well. 32, Boom Boom Brown, and Blake Daniels too. But they keep going racing. Something else has happened to him here. It's Boom Boom just on the scene way too fast. Turns him around. There was some argy-bargy stuff before that, but once he settled himself down, Boom Boom came out of nowhere and gave him the old Boom Boom himself. So, Boom Boom in the backside. Pop that, he says. Anyway, we're about to go racing again, and we're going to get some more action here off the front. You can see Watson just dead set keen for it. Even Dalton Lane lining up. They're almost 3 wide as the restart goes again. We're green, green, green. A little bit of contact there between the front 3 runners, and Worley's been spat out the back, and Regan Gum's going to come through with a fair amount of gusto, and he's not going to give any prisoners there as well, with the 66 and him with a little bit of history tonight. So up the front, Braden Watson takes over control, and Trent is sliding up the inside, looking for that block pass, but now they're piling up in the back. It's going to be another caution. Who is involved in that? Oh, it's Worley. Geez, he's having a shocker tonight. That's Mace. That's Robert Rainey there. But then he comes back out on the circuit. Let's see if we can go back a little further. Here we go. Here's Wally around. Oh, jeez, I hit the wrong button there. Good producing. Let's go back and have another look. Here we go. The 66 around the outside. Chase Reinerson looking up. Oh. Well, he might be getting a little bit of an early shower there, ladies and gentlemen. That is a murder. We've witnessed it here in 2K if you're watching on YouTube. They go racing again. Braden Watson leads the field away. And it is Trent Dalton looking behind him, but finding a little bit of trouble in the fence. And Dalton Lane going to the outside line. Dalton looking low, going wide, making contact with the 93 and falling right into the lap of the 3 car. Now it's the 2 up the inside and Chase Reinerson chiming in from nowhere. He will take over P4. Blake Daniels is on the scene as well. They go 3 wide back there. Beautiful racing. Look at this, door to door into 1 and 2. It's anyone's game here at the moment. Who's going to take it? Blake Daniels just sliding into the lap of the 25 as well, so he'll kick clear. And now Reinerson gives him a little bit of his own medicine, and they go 3 wide with Mason Watson, 25 of Chase Reinerson and Blake Daniels. But Dalton Lane's been spat out the back too. He's had a bit of a shocker there. Up the front, it's all racing and all stations. It's Jacob Bland on the very inside run. Mason Watson going fast around the outside. But it will be Daniels that slides up into his lap as he takes the up and under this time. Now it's Chase Reinerson looking up the inside now, just slots in to that little spot in between the 25 and the 5. They're racing hard here. Now he's been collected. Blake Daniels goes into the side of Reinerson. There's an absolute pile up here behind. And the 7th caution falls upon us. Tyler Worley has been booted from the race. He's finished, ladies and gentlemen. We saw that retaliation there on the 10 of Regan Gum, and that was all that the stewards needed to see. I think he's out of this race, folks. He might not make another appearance either in the championship. He might be getting an extended sit down for that. Tell you what. As I said earlier, it's mistakes happen out there on the racetrack, but once they start to get personal, and once they start to get heated, once these guys start to purposefully push each other off the track, that's when it goes from fun to bullshit. Here we go racing once more, and it's Braden Watson holding the inside line. In behind him is his old man Mason, but on the outside travelling fast is Trent Dalton in the 2. He's having an absolute cracker tonight. Beautiful racing from him. Oh no, Dalton and the 6 of Annette Moore has come together there. Jacob Bland involved. Let's go back and have a look exactly what happened. Maybe it was the 14. Here's Dalton Lane just trying to fight his way back and just ploughed into there for the 132. That's actually Kendall Bennett. Bennett missing the braking marker completely. And copping that in the side. But it's Braden Watson's championship to lose now. All he needs to do is finish the race, and he's pretty much got an unassailable lead 2 rounds in. But not if Trent Dalton has anything to say, because he's been on absolute fire tonight. As you can see him rounding the top of this circuit. Right up, looks for the underneath Braden Watson here at the moment. Watson has to stick it right out sideways to try and watch off some of the speed before he collects the outside wall. And that's brought in 25 and 42 right back into this race. Dalton Lane in the back. They're getting into a little bit of trouble as well with the 6 car. They've just tangled up with each other here at the moment, but Dalton Lane will finally kick clear. But up the front, it's all battles ahead as well, with Trent Dalton now poised to attack on the 93. He's just been sitting back and watching how he goes about his business here, keeping that car a little bit less of a drift angle as well, looking for that traction out of 1 and 2 here at the moment. And there's a slow car now as well. We've backed up on to the back of the field, and that's Jacob Bland in the 14, just travelling slowly, trying to get these guys out of the way, but the blue flags are waving. All he's got to do is duck to the inside, does it nicely. Now it's Trent Dalton's turn to push up into the face of Watson, but Watson gives him plenty of room. Actually, really nice, respectful racing from these two at the front. Now the Rhino is poised to strike. He's got the rhythm up and the horn full, and he's up into P2 when we get our 9th caution of this race. 38 laps through. It'll be another short dash to the line, but that'll be just about all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm gonna go ahead and take fifth back.
The big news of the evening, Tyler Worley disqualified from the race. Him and Regan Gum coming together in what looks like a very personal little thing between those two guys. They're going to have to sort that out. It's the final lap of the race. We got the white flag here, folks. This could end under caution.
Lineup's good right there. Wait, Thorny.
Braden Watson. Again, a flawless drive tonight. Just been too good. Here he goes live for the final lap, ladies and gentlemen. Watson will take that checkered flag once he gets there. Behind him, it's a battle for P2. It's Reinerson who's just chimed onto the scene just in time as they go around 3 and 4 for the final time. It's going to be Braden Watson. Takes that... no, this is the final lap now. We don't count them under caution, apparently. So, one more lap to go, and it's Braden Watson out in front. Trent Dalton and Rhino just battling it out. Oh, Rhino's been collected there from Mason Watson as they cross the finish line. Oh, Regan Gum smashing into Mason Watson as well. These guys just leave nothing on the table. That is crazy stuff. Let's see the results, the official ones. It's Watson takes the win in not only this race but the previous one. So absolutely unstoppable there for BWR Motorsports. Trent Dalton takes P2. Mason Watson takes P3 in controversial fashion. Regan Gum fights his way up to P4 as well after a nice little boxing bout with Tyler Worley. Kane Belt in 5th with Dalton Lane in 6th. Robert Rainey in 7th position. The Rhino dropping back down to 8th after that little incident across the line. Andrew Wagner in 9th. A good result for him. Brian Keane in 10th. Annette Moore in 11th. Jacob Bland 12th. Johnny Boom Boom Brown in 13 is a crowd favourite here with Kendall Bennett, Blake Daniels and Tyler Worley not finishing the race down there in 16th position. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the conclusion of tonight's racing. Plenty to talk about there in the midweek. Plenty to talk about in the steward's room as well, as I'm sure they will. But, ladies and gentlemen, I've been your host tonight. My name is Chris Munro. This is Sensational TV. Tune in again when we are green light racing. It's all through the week, so if you join up to our YouTube channel, give us that cheeky little subscribe and you'll be right there to witness all the action when we do go live. Next time will be tonight, where we go to the Aussie Car Skip Barber Series. So looking forward to that one. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, as my co-commentator so well puts it, time to go keep it flat out. That's not even how he says it, is it? Oh.
Sensational TV YouTube channel. Don't fucking miss it.